Take it easy, this delivery isn't for this week. We're diving into the high-stakes world of transportation, where nerves of steel and top-notch engineering are a must to handle these massive loads. Buckle up, it's going to be an exciting ride. In the midst of a high-stakes rescue mission, an excavator suddenly toppled, sending ripples of tension through the sea. In a breathless moment, the driver narrowly escaped just in time. It was incredible. The pure joy on his face said everything. This highlights the incredible strength and precision of modern excavators. The hydraulic system on this beast is truly top-notch, allowing for such a delicate maneuver. That said, there's a real chance of damaging both the undercarriage and the road surface. It's a jaw-dropping move, but I wouldn't recommend trying it again anytime soon. The Liebherr 934 in action, tearing down houses with speed and precision, making demolition look like a breeze. Can you believe this? That rock is so massive, even the loaders are throwing in the towel. Imagine the moment when the truck finally landed back on its wheels. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. But then, out of nowhere, it started picking up speed, racing uncontrollably down the slope. Hauling timber is no joke. It's a high-risk job that really shows just how rugged and challenging this work can get. Safety isn't just important, it's a lifeline out there. At the 2015 Car Festival, an unforgettable tug-of-war showdown took place between monster trucks. The tension was sky-high as a tiny car was torn apart, split right in front of the crowd's amazed eyes. A Komatsu 614 excavator was safely hoisted out of a pit, proof that only the toughest cables are up for the challenge of moving a beast this size. Imagine a giant toy truck, way bigger than any you've ever seen. This truck, called a Kirovets K700, is so strong that it can easily crush a regular car. Imagine a tractor working its magic underwater. This is seriously one of the most incredible sights I've ever witnessed. New Holland is showing once again why they're leading the charge in innovation. Well, that's a smooth and simple way to do it. That silo nearly stopped dead in its tracks when the notch closed up. Wow, the Menzi Mach A91 is a total powerhouse. With those floaters, it looks like it could take on anything nature throws its way. What an impressive machine. A serious situation unfolded at the Bordachtel construction site when a crane malfunctioned, putting 2 workers at risk of a potential accident. Thankfully, no one was injured in the end. I can imagine the neighbors next door were probably on edge while this demolition was going down, especially with the house coming down so close to theirs. Big props to the operator for handling that excavator like a pro. I just hope the person with the hose has their respiratory protection on. There's a ton of toxic dust floating around with all that demolition, even with all the water trying to keep the dust under control. Wow, that's a rough one to see. You can tell flipping it back over won't be a quick fix. It's gonna take some serious effort to get that Peterbilt back on its wheels. Fingers crossed the driver's okay, and this doesn't turn into a bigger mess. Clicking that seatbelt takes just a second, but it might be the move that saves your life when things get wild. The Hyundai 85 Mini Excavator is climbing aboard the truck for its trip to the job site, but it's having a bit of a tough time making the ascent. Where two other Doosan excavators, big powerful machines, are hooked up to the overturned one to carefully pull it back into an upright position. Monster truck takes down Heart FM cars at Wheels Festival 2015. The recovery process didn't do it any favors, it actually made things worse. Thankfully though, the crane stayed steady and didn't tip over. Every move they make flows effortlessly. It's impossible not to be in awe of their pure skill and expertise. I honestly can't wrap my head around how the original Yankee Stadium wasn't made a landmark. It's just heartbreaking. The challenges of this operation must have been enormous, and pulling off the crane lift without any major hiccups is a true credit to the skill and bravery of the operators. It seems like the truck had a mind of its own and took him even farther from where he needed to be. The showdown between the LKT and Zetor 8441 isn't just about raw power. It's a battle of endurance, finesse, and sheer determination. Watching these machines go head-to-head is a jaw-dropping testament to their engineering brilliance and relentless grit. Well, why make it easy when it's difficult? Picture this, the GAZ-66, a true Soviet-era legend, rolling up to a fast-moving stream like it's no big deal. The Kirovets K700, a giant yellow tank-like machine that doesn't just plow through fields but has the guts to leap like it's auditioning for a farmyard Olympics. It's just the pure madness of testing a tractor's limits. It's as though a workhorse and a monster truck had a baby, and it's here to show just how unstoppable it can be. An excavator accident that happened near a river. The excavator, a large construction vehicle used for digging and moving earth, somehow ended up in the water. In a surprising turn of events, the truck's hydraulic system burst, but luck was on their side. Everyone came out unscathed. The Kenworth C509 road train roared across the Fitzroy River at Myruta Crossing in Australia, a stunning demonstration of masterful driving and sheer machine might, showing off both skill and strength in full force. Here's what true community is all about. Everyone coming together to help rescue the GRT bus, proving just how strong teamwork can be. The John Deere 110D to the rescue. It effortlessly pulled the stuck John Deere 1470E out of the mud. Now that's teamwork at its best. Check this out. The VTN Scrap Shear C7000 is absolutely tearing through bulldozers at the recycling plant. The hydraulic power on this thing is wild, slicing through steel like it's nothing. For machinery fans, it's a bit tough to watch such destruction, but sometimes when machines reach their end, it's time for them to be upgraded. That's just how the game works. The bulldozer hitches onto the Kirovets and uses its power to help it overcome tough terrain or get unstuck. The Kirovet's K700 stuck underwater. Lifting it out takes teamwork, heavy lifting gear, and nerves of steel because this machine weighs tons. Watching it emerge, dripping water like some kind of mechanical kraken, is equal parts dramatic and awe-inspiring. Winter's back with its frosty touch, and boom, another car bites the dust. But those wheel loaders? Absolute legends. They're the unsung heroes, always steady, always reliable, swooping in to save the day like champions. A semi-truck lost its rear four wheels while trying to navigate a turnaround safety barriers in Doral, Florida, on May 20th. Now that's a selfless truck driver, choosing to protect the barrier instead of the truck. What a true hero. The furious waters nearly swallowed the determined driver, but thankfully, those nearby came to the rescue just in the nick of time. A dashcam caught a wild car crash in upstate New York, triggering a huge pileup on the highway. After a truck took an unexpected dive into the water on the N242 in Aller due to a steering rod failure, the good news is the driver made it out safe and sound. Now, watch as the Hollow team steps up to the plate, taking on a tough recovery mission and a seriously muddy cleanup. Adventure level, off the charts. Conquering Wild Peak tires must have been a thrill. A mix of sky-high views and trusting your spotter's voice to guide you. Talk about heart-pounding and unforgettable. Major props for reaching the summit like a pro. A mobile tower crane came dangerously close to disaster near Hoher Heide when it nearly tipped into the Colonia Bar Canal after swerving off the road to avoid an excavator. Thanks to a swift emergency response and a flawlessly executed recovery plan, the crane was safely retrieved, showcasing the skill and quick thinking required in such high-pressure situations. Getting across that waterway wasn't a walk in the park. The truck roared through the wild currents, fighting the river's unyielding strength with nothing but grit and pure muscle. A rescue drill was conducted simulating a dramatic scenario where a tanker truck tumbled down from a height and pinned a car underneath it. Thankfully, it was all part of the exercise, and no one was hurt. The JCB excavator ran into a hiccup while trying to lift a rock but couldn't quite get the job done. That's an old K&C oil field truck straight out of Nisku, Alberta. Back when the company folded, all their gear hit the auction block. These beasts, once tackling the rough and rugged oil fields, are now looking for a new home. Whoa. The Gaz 66 truck is a tough vehicle that can drive over rough, muddy terrain without getting stuck easily. This isn't your typical trail ride. Flipping an RZRXB on high-altitude terrain requires skill, precision, and a whole lot of courage. Take a wild guess what brought that crane down. A little lapse in focus, maybe? If you had fun watching this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more awesome content. See you next time. Stay curious and keep discovering.